Why hello, it's me. And it's just me, so it should be a less chaotic video today. So today is Dollywood season pass holder preview, March 11th, 2022. I had class this morning, so it's already 1 o'clock and it's like an hour drive over there and they close at 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll talk when I get there. So as you can see, they've redone the parking lot this year. We're all on this side instead of the outside where we used to be, which is super funky. I'm gonna find a parking spot. All right, I've made it to the park. I don't have a super long time today and it looks very crowded, I think. So I'm not sure if I'm really gonna ride that many rides because I only have like less than 4 hours at this point. And I wanna mostly look at, what is new with the park. I'm gonna have a separate video talking about, the construction update changes for the season. All that stuff will be intertwined into this vlog too, but I wanna have that separate video too. Just FYI. So yeah, we'll see what I'm able to do today. I don't have much time. Got a parking spot right behind the Dollywood sign. You can see this is the road you used to drive in on, and it's not as wide as it used to be because it is now the tram road. So they were able to make it skinnier for the trams, which means they added more parking. They pretty much repaved. We'll walk down this little sidewalk. They pretty much repaved the entire parking lot, which is great, and repainted it. A lot of it was really faded. It was hard to see where the parking lines were. The parking lot just needed a refurb, and this is phase 1 of that. So they've moved. This used to be where you drove in and out. It's now the tram road. We now have an actual sidewalk to, it looks like this ends, but repainted the parking lot, and you can see down there, that's where the old tram road used to be, and that is where you now drive. So before you had, you drive in on the right side over here, and people will be driving out on the left side. So you'd be crossing to try to enter and exit. So now it's a lot more smooth the way that they've done it now. So basically everyone's always going this way in and on the outside lane out. And so that makes the parking experience much smoother. They have some new signage up as well, which was decently clear. The old signage, wasn't very good. So, but again, this is phase 1 of their redoing the parking lot project. They still need to solve the capacity issue. This doesn't do anything for capacity. In fact, they've lost a little bit of capacity because they moved the toll booths forward for some reason. But, whatever. And so you can see is the tram station. We're going to go get on a tram. Tram stations were something else that were a mess last year. A lot of them, it was hard to tell exactly where they were. Only like 1 or 2 of them had covers. It's my understanding that they've all got covers this year, which is fantastic. So we're going to go up here. I don't know how many trams they are running today. I've only seen like 1 go by while I was there, but we'll see. So there you can see cars coming out on the outside lane, cars going in on the inside lane. So should be much smoother, a lot less crossover. Over here, here's the brand new tram building. Here, it's got a queue inside, queuing for the trams. Here's some new signage. So we're at Tram Stop D. So unfortunately, they have gotten rid of the parking lot names. That's not on the light poles either. This one used to be Dolly's Earrings. Now it's just D. And here's some park information. All brand new signs. Oh, and trash cans at the tram stop. So, and a bench. Yeah, it's real nice. There are more trash cans in here. Yeah, this is great what they've done with this. Just me here. There's a tram coming, but it's outbound. So, I'll have to at least wait for that one to come back. But we should be good. Yeah, so they all got covers this year. That is a good improvement. There's no cover on this one. That's weird. The rest of them do. Here is the new tram building, or the new tram station for outgoing trams. It is significantly farther away than the old one, which is interesting. A little bit more of a hike, but okay. So we're gonna drop off here too. It's kind of interesting how they've redone everything. Here is the giant walkway you now have to tackle from the tram stop in, but there's a much larger security concourse. That should be good. All right, this is a lot of space compared to what it used to be, but here's the new security concourse. They got new equipment that's supposedly, they're not metal detectors. You should not have to take anything out of your bag and stuff, so hopefully it works. There we go, that was really seamless. You don't even stop moving, you just walk straight through. Easy peasy, and then you keep walking because Everything is much more spread out. Yeah, so they definitely lost a lot of parking spaces with this stuff, but really kind of opening everything up, making stuff a little bit more clear. It's a little more confusing for me just because I'm so used to how it was before, but it's definitely more clear for a first timer. There's just a lot of empty space up near the front here, so I'm assuming they have big plans for the future. Like I said, this is obviously just phase one, but so Chasing Rainbows, which is the Dolly Parton Museum here, is closed, not just today, but for the entirety of the 2022 season, so that they can like assess future improvements or something like that. The prevailing rumor is that they are going to move this up towards Show Street in a new building, which makes a lot of sense for it to be more front-centered, and then use this building for a dark ride, which would be freaking awesome. I'm hoping that's what happens, and that is the prevailing rumor right now. So, all right, you know what we got to do while it's open here? Heck yeah! Check out this new sign outside Lightning Rod, based on the theming on it is Lightning Rod specific. That's kind of funny. Single rider is where it's at. I did see they are only running one train today, which is unfortunate. But hopefully, the line's only 20 minutes even with one train. So hopefully that means it's just not busy and that they will run 2 trains later in the season. I don't know. We'll see though. Oh, that's good. It's just as good as I remembered it. But I'm gonna go get something to eat because it's like 3:20 and I haven't eaten today. This doesn't look new, but I don't remember this being here. It's a little path bridging Rivertown to Show Street by the pond and creek. It may have just been, I think it was like a employees only pass through that they've opened up now, is what it seems to be. But I'm gonna go eat at Market Square. They don't have a whole lot of things open right now just for staffing, so we'll get some fish and chips. These are actually not the craziest food prices compared to most amusement parks I've been to, but yeah, fish and chips. Go to the other side for a steak sandwich at Market Square. This is what it usually is, the menu, when it's not a festival. Then we wait to pick it up. I'm number 5. It's a pretty big hunk of fish they gave you. Look at that. Country Cookers is closed, so I'm using their desk as a, or their counter as a table. So thank you, Country Cookers, for being closed. There's a lot of people crowded around here. I'm assuming they're about to do the parade where Dolly comes through or something like that. I'm probably the only one here that's not dying to see Dolly Parton with my own eyes, but if she comes through, I'll see. The fries are really good. They're like really well seasoned. They got like seasoned salt. Delicious. Fish is good too. Very light and flaky. It's just cod, but you'll see there's new drink stations that have been installed throughout the park, so you can refill your drinks by yourself without having to wait in line, which is fantastic. You know I love self-serve drink stations. All right, some of y'all are gonna hate me for this, but I have no idea when the parade's starting. I can't seem to figure out when. So, and there's some other stuff I want to see, you know, around the park. So I'm gonna go do that instead of wasting the rest of my day waiting for a parade that might not start for another hour. I have no idea. So, no seeing Dolly for me today. Okay, I heard the parade's in like 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna chill up here, hopefully watch it, and then just boat around the rest of the park to see what I want to do before closing. Lightning Rod might be the only ride I get on today, but that's okay. I can come back here like literally, not this week or next week, but after that I can come like literally any weekend. So I'll get other rides then. For now, I wanted to see everything that's new and get out a video for you guys to see what's new and the construction. Very interested in what's going on with construction. Okay, this is unironically like a really good parade view. All right, they're putting up the don't cross the line tape, so it'll be starting in just a minute. That guy just told somebody you're wearing a Disney hat. Dolly's gonna come back here. You can't do that. I love this man. He was telling jokes before one of the shows I watched last week. There he goes. Well, whoever told me 15 minutes was, they were lying. Looks like we're getting ready to start soon, although I just saw a lightning rod cycle with literally 2 people on it, so maybe that's where I should be right now. Look at this, y'all. They're just handing these out for free. 10 out of 10. Here comes the entourage. Hey, I didn't get this for no reason. Well, it was handed to me for free, but... hey! I'm pretty far away to be waving a sign, but it's all good. Here come the police officers. Oh my gosh! It's Pete Owens! Why am I somewhat more excited to see Pete Owens with my own eyes than Dolly Parton? Someone's gonna kill me for that. There she is! Hey! Alright, here you can see they have put down some new railing for these walkways and either side of the train bridge. So that's interesting, I suppose. For those of you who don't know who Pete Owens is, he's the, I think, Vice President of Communications for Dollywood. He's a coaster dude. He was a coaster dude before working at Dollywood, I believe, and he's just one of the chillest theme park executives I've ever seen. So I'd really like to meet him one day. I've never met him, never seen him in person until just now. So if you want me to, I'll point out which one was him. There doesn't appear to be much of anything going on in the mountain slide winder spot. They've gotten rid of the construction equipment, kind of put up a temporary fence thing there, and that's it. So let's see if I can see anything else from Barnstormer here. You can see from Barnstormer's queue that the old mountain slide winder finish area, if you will, has been reduced to gravel and some mulch. Okay, that was fun. Couldn't really see anything else from up there, but I love a good ass scream and swing. Okay, but the kid next to me was cracking me up. He had to be like, he said he was 7. He kept bragging about how he's ridden all the rides here. He's like, have you ridden Wild Eagle? I was like, yes. And he said, I've ridden it 4 times. 4. I bet you can't ride it 4. I was like, I have ridden that a lot more than 4 times, kid. I asked him if he'd been on Lightning Rod. He goes, yeah, but I've been on Tennessee Tornado. That's a crazier ride. And I'm like, no, it's not. But okay, kid. Oh my gosh. So friends, this is where the cave used to be. This is the fantastic replacement that they came up with. So there used to be a cave, like a fake cave facade here you walked through with some cool theming inside and references to the park's history. They announced they were gonna take it out, but they said, we think you'll be impressed with our use of the space. Yeah, I'm impressed in all the wrong ways. Yeah, this has gotta be the worst. This is the worst way they could have replaced this space possible. I'm not even gonna stay here very long. It's literally just a chute of concrete with some trash cans. Now here's a more positive change. There used to be flashbulb photos, which was like old-timey photos here. They have taken that out. And this used to be Victoria's Pizza, which was a flatbread restaurant with a decently low capacity that just wasn't serving the park well anymore. So they've actually expanded the footprint of that building. They said they doubled the size of the kitchen area, so it should be able to output food a lot faster. It'll be Iron Horse Pizza, and they got a very nice outdoor seating area to fit with the train area here in the village. Unfortunately, it is not open yet because they said they're facing supply chain issues getting their kitchen equipment that they need, which honestly, I completely get that. Okay, this looks like it might be like a quick service counter back here. That'd be neat. We can't see inside. They put trash bags over the windows. But I can say, because my parents are getting their kitchen remodeled at home right now, and it's very hard to get kitchen appliances right now with all the supply chain stuff going on. So I imagine it's the same issue for industrial kitchens. But here's back here, behind where the building used to be. Oh, there's the security office. So you can get a lot closer back here. Brand new deck. Kind of this whole area is all new and different than it used to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's definitely an improvement. We'll see what happens when Iron Horn's Pizza opens. It should be the same kind of flatbread pizzas, which those were tasty at Victoria's. So hopefully it's still tasty and they'll have the increased capacity and seating space and everything. Here's the sign letting you know that it won't be open today. I wish I could see inside to see if they still have indoor seating, because the old one did have indoor seating. And if they've doubled the size of the kitchen, they may have gotten rid of the indoor seating, because it also lacked a queue in there, which newer Dollywood restaurants have a queue so the lines don't pour out onto the midway. So I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure, but roadside market here, yeah, this concrete looks recently poured. So I think roadside market, and then these, what looks like it will be self-serve beverage stand is new as well over in this area. New flower bed and everything. Yeah, I like what they've done over here. When the restaurant actually opens, I think it'll be fantastic. Crossing back through the concrete chute again. See, why this is hilarious to me is when they first said they were taking out the mountain, or the fake cave facade, they said it was because they had imagined better ways to use the space. And they came up with this. That's just absolutely absurd. But then later, after people were complaining, they said that apparently there was a mudslide that damaged the structure, so it had to be taken out. It seems really sketch that they only presented that information when people were complaining about the cave being removed. But it looks like there may have been some kind of mudslide issue. I don't know. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But still, they said they had great ways to use the space, and they made a concrete chute. I think this stand is new this year. And then they put up a permanent structure for purchasing things from the food truck. So, yeah, that's staying. A lot of these food places that were closed last year are open this year, so hopefully that's a good sign for staffing. There are definitely more restaurants open this year than any of the times I came last year. And it's just Passholder preview day. Like, most coasters are only running one train, or fire chasers only running two. So it's all limited capacity, but they still got plenty of food options. So hopefully that's a good sign for the rest of the year. I was approaching the 2023 coaster site to see if any construction's going on, and heck yeah, markers, baby. This is not a drill. Markers are on the ground, so if you didn't believe the leaks, well, those are survey markers marking where they're gonna have to put down the foundations and such, so it's happening. There's also some markers on the other side of this divider fence. I forget exactly how far the coaster's supposed to come over. However, they'll probably have to cut this middle part thing out. They shouldn't level this hill based on the topographics of that leaked layout. It should ride along the side of the hill, which would be pretty cool. And they might want a new barrier here to give you better views of it. I don't know, we'll see. Here's another view of those markers. So it's gonna ride right along the edge of the hill here. I think there might be some more on the top of the hill, but you can't really see from here. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of track. So they're real tight bunched up over there because that's the turnaround point, but you can see some more markers along all the way around here, because the launches will probably be along here, and then it'll ride this hill with some airtime hills and hopefully some inversions, although I doubt it. Since it's a family coaster, it'll probably just be some little hills and twists, but I'd love to see an inversion thrown in if they felt like it. So right here where this gate is, this is where the path should continue onto that coaster. I'm gonna see how much I can see through here. Oh, there's a crane. All right, this should be the best spot for me to get over there. I don't know how much you were able to see, but through the cracks, I see A little bit of construction equipment, a drill apparatus, and some different colored markers, so that's interesting. We're gonna take a ride on Dragonfly now, because you can usually see that whole plot from the ride's lift here. It's a little bit of a line, but it'll be worth it. Get a better view of those survey markers. Unfortunately, I can't show you because no cameras on the ride, but I'll let you know what I see when I get off. I thought the station was kind of cool and cozy.
Lines up here.
Kind of fun. What is going on over here? It's just some random metal braxes. I don't know. Yeah, everything back there is completely construction marker littered, which is fantastic. Not a lot of equipment here yet. I was hoping they would have started some prep work by now, but maybe they'll be able to put this together pretty soon. I don't know. It's supposedly opening a year from now, but coaster construction can sometimes go fast, so we'll hope they'll start groundwork soon. It's hard to see with all the shrubbery, but you got orange construction markers all the way up here. Maybe orange means launch track, or probably not because it's over there too. So here's a nice view of that area. You can see they got a drill over there, so they might be starting to drill holes for foundation soon. It's hard to see as many of the markers from here, but that whole field behind this little gravel hill is covered. So the construction markers back there are getting interestingly close to Black Bear Trail before they careen up that hill. So there's a nice clump of them through here. Based on how close together they get back here, I am assuming it's going to be a smaller scale footprint kind of family coaster thing. Smaller footprint in terms of all the track size and such, and the train size and clearances. Not in terms of the coaster, because it's going to wrap based on these markers all the way and past that fence. So, I mean, if they got some vertical height, maybe it's not that big a deal. But yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be great. Can't wait for them to start actual construction here. Somebody's filming like an interview or something over there. But check this. I don't know if this used to be part of the path or something new they've done. I'm not sure. This might be a new fence. I don't exactly remember, to block off some of the construction back there. But yeah, if that's the final fence, that would be awesome for how close the coaster will get to it. That'd be pretty cool. Lumberjack's Pizza unfortunately remains closed. They actually have a sign this year. The TVs still work back there. On the Dollywood app, it says, it lists this place as a grab-and-go sandwich shop. I really hope they don't make this change, because I like these personal pan pizzas much better than the flatbreads from Victoria's or now Iron Horse Pizza. But they haven't updated the menu yet on this screen, so hopefully it does not go to sandwiches and that's just a mistake in the app. We are running out of time, 30 minutes till park close, and I do want to grab dinner before we go, but I also really want to get a ride on Thunderhead, because I like Thunderhead. It's a good ride. Yeah, 0 minutes. That's what I like to see. You know, I was counting on Thunderhead for a short wait. I say that every time I'm here. A, it's not one of the most popular rides in the park. I wouldn't say people don't like it, but it's not the most popular thing. And B, very high capacity and always very crazy, fast, and attentive crews. See, there's already another train going. The other one, just came into the brake run as I was, walking in the entrance. So here we go. Dang, you really can't tell from any off-ride angles, but everything from the station pretty much till the end of the ride is fully retracked this year, which is not something they advertised, so I was surprised. We were going out the lift, and on the back side, or the front side, I guess, of most of this track, you can see it's literally looks like yellow, straight from the store, brand new wood, which is just awesome. And it rides butter smooth. I think that, at least that last half of Thunderhead is smoother than Lightning Rod runs now. And overall, they're pretty much the same as each other in overall ride smoothness, I would say, which is pretty nuts considering that Lightning Rod is mostly iBox track now, and RMC is known for smoothness. So yeah, it's just awesome the amount of love Dollywood puts into this ride with so much retracking. Like every year they do a significant chunk, and at least in recent years, and it's really kept it running really great. And so the Mexican restaurant continues to sell cheeseburgers and chicken tenders. As ridiculous as that is, I did read in a Dollywood blog post recently that it was due to supply chain issues that they couldn't get Mexican food or something like that. I don't know. So they said they would open with cheeseburgers and chicken tenders, but then transition back to Mexican food throughout the 2021 season as, you know, it became available in the supply chain. I mean, I guess that just is a thing now. I swear Chill and Harvest was on the list of restaurants to be ready for opening day, but it looks pretty dang closed. And yeah, it is. All right, I went and checked again, and it is on the list of restaurants ready to go for the 2022 season, but it was not, so that's unfortunate. Basically what they're doing with the staffing is they're reopening their restaurants in phases based on when they could have good enough staff for it. But Chill and Harvest was supposed to be in the first phase, and it's not open, so that's weird. I'm gonna go down to, I guess Red's is the next closest thing down that direction that's, you know, actually on the list of things to be open. All the staff is just crowding around the sign for some reason. Had to happen at some point during the day. It's inevitable. The world is all is well with the world now. It's all normal. Great. I think I might skip on Reds because, I don't know, I'd just go skip on it for now. I'll get something on the way home. Dude, the number of cameras, like these cameras set up around here is just crazy. Coming into the bakery instead, I'm getting something sweet. Another thing they've done this season is they've completely gutted and refurbed Dollywood Emporium, which is the final gift shop, and this looks pretty nice. I was told there would be a butterfly in the ceiling. There's more than one. We got this big Jumbotron screens, which I guess will rotate through different rides, pictures of rides at the park and such. Got some merchandise around. Honestly, this was kind of, no offense, but last year and prior, I thought this was kind of it felt like a junk store. But there's a proper queue to buy things, because that was confusing. There's actually a pathway to walk through. It would get pretty congested last year. I'm going to talk fast as I walk through here because everyone's leaving. However, yeah, I think it's really nice, and it solves a lot of the problems I had with it before. There's actually a clear path to get out of here. There's actually some decent merchandise now. A place, clearly marked place to buy that merchandise. So 10 out of 10. Great improvement, unlike the concrete trough through the cave. That was an actual good improvement. So you can see the tram stop used to be right there. Now we gotta walk all the way down here, which is a little bit annoying. Kind of half defeats the point of, you know, a tram, but here's just another view of that new security system. So yeah, these things, they look like shopping mall thingies, but you just walk through them. They're watching on a panel. They see what you got in your pockets and stuff. End of story. Very easy. I love that change. So here's the Trolley Pickup, which is like a temporary tent thing. So there's still a lot of work to be done on the parking lot, but they're moving in the right direction, I think, other than having this tram pickup so far away from the rest of everything else. Similar setup to before, just a little bit of a bigger shed here. It's like they can do like 3 trams back to back now. No, it's still 2. I don't know then. But looks like we got fans in case it gets hot to get air circulation. I don't see heaters, which is unfortunate. Dollywood has done heaters on some other things outdoors before. A lot of other things outdoors before, actually, so it's unfortunate not to see them. But again, maybe they're coming later. They got a lot of work to do in the parking lot still, so you can see from the old parking lot lines on the ground that this used to be a this used to be the handicap lot. It's not that anymore. You can see a lot of cars driving behind us because you can't turn left out of the parking lot. You gotta turn right, drive all the way up by the entrance and back around just to improve with the traffic flow and safety, so nobody's crossing over each other, which is somewhat annoying, but also I get why, and it's definitely going to be a much smoother experience to get out. Here's the exit road. You can see cars driving down all the way up there, so that is, you know, pretty awesome. So I will agree that should help, not just with efficiency, but also safety, not having cars crossing over. You're always turning right into or out of the parking lot. Of course, I had to get some of the one and only famous Dollywood cinnamon bread. I haven't gotten any of this in a while. I didn't get much last season, so I'm got a whole loaf to myself here. This is going to be my dinner. This is why I didn't go to Red's. Yeah, I'm going to eat some in the car real quick, and I actually have to go all the way back to Nashville tonight because it is spring break. Yippee. My original plan was to go back to Nashville tonight and then get Brooke and then come back for public opening day tomorrow, which sounds crazy, but I am crazy. But now we're under a winter storm warning. It is supposed to snow like 4 inches tomorrow, which is absurd considering it was like it was literally 70 degrees today. I had to take my jacket off, as you can see, and it's going to be the high for tomorrow is like 28 or something. So anyways, that combined with the fact that we're taking a family vacation early Sunday morning, I probably need to pack for that, get rested for that. So I guess the snow was just God telling me like, hey, you need to not go to Dollywood tomorrow. So I'll have plenty of time to get back to the park and ride some more rides and have some fun later. But for now, I'm going to eat the cinnamon bread and then make the wonderful almost 4-hour drive back to Nashville. Luckily, it's only 6:30, so it's not too late. So we'll be fine. You can take some more view of the new parking lot as we drive out. It's weird because this was the old tram road, now widened into a car road. And tram road's on the other side. But yeah, you drive all the way around to the entrance. There is a drop-off zone now, so you can drop off passengers if you want to do that. And then, once you do that, you exit back up on that road. So there you go. You can see some of the new parking lot signage and fun. This is super weird because this used to be just for preferred parking and the shuttle. And now it is for exiting. Alright, caffeine stop. McDonald's, extra large, Dr. Pepper. Please and thank you. Yeah, there were a lot of accidents through Knoxville, like some crazy traffic getting out of there. I don't know why. I've never really seen accidents going out of Knoxville before towards Nashville, but there were like 3 or 4 like really bad ones. So that was A, annoying, it stopped the traffic, and B, hope everyone's okay, but it didn't look like they probably would be. So yeah. But yeah, I'm like an hour and a half out from Nashville now. It's 8:30. We'll live. There's some time zone crossing going on there, but that stuff always hurts my brain. Sometimes I can get it right, and sometimes I just don't care enough. That's more of what it is. I don't care enough. High quality content. Freaking what on earth? It was 70 degrees today. Okay, what is happening? No one can see any straight lines. Yeah, it was like 70 degrees, sun beating down, felt like summer earlier today. What is this crap? I'm in the same state! Dude, I don't know what the heck is happening. This is like a 5-lane interstate. We're down to like 2 lanes, country road style. So that was to my exit. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go about exiting, because the last exit, this is an area I drive a lot, and the last exit I did not recognize. I read the sign, and I was like, oh, this is where we are? Everything looks so different, covered in when there's snow blowing everywhere. This is not how I expected my evening drive to go. Oh my. I think most of the issue for I and most people is this is unexpected. It wasn't supposed to snow until like 1 or 2 in the morning. That was fantastic. I almost got run into, but I didn't. So that's good. Stay tuned for more ride entertainment in the future. I had a backup plan for tomorrow, but I might have to come up with a backup for my backup plan. I don't know, but there'll be more videos to come.